So I started running an experiment. I wanted to send some traffic to a free handbook and see if I could start to generate some leads that are a bit more like mid top of funnel. Um, Ignore my cold here. I have a cold. I'm not sure how. When the pandemic hit, I haven't left the house since March, so I don't know how that happened. I've had a cold for like 5 days. It's definitely not coronavirus, but I've been dying here with this cold, so it's a little hard to talk, but I just wanted to show you what I'm doing here. So the reason why I'm showing you this is because the vast majority of businesses, especially service businesses, rely on leads. Um, and a lot of business a lot of businesses don't realize that they're really close to getting leads. It's just a matter of setting up a landing page, thinking about that perfect bait to bring somebody into the funnel, and actually running some ads. So I started my test, and I do not have a ton of data yet. So take what I'm about to show you with a little bit of a grain of salt because I'm just getting started with this campaign, not investing a ton of money into it. I just want to show you that with a little bit of ad spend, a simple landing page, and some sort of bait to give away to people, you can have leads flowing into your pipeline like today. So here's my landing page that I set up, and it's really simple. It's just a headline, some information, a picture of what the person's getting. You should always show them what they're getting, and then a rocket form. So the rocket form pops up, and for this particular form, I just have one step. I may go back and add in multiple steps to add in some qualification questions. And then it's simple. Like once you put in your information and hit send me the handbook, you go to a thank you step, and then the handbook gets delivered to the person. And then there's a whole sequence of events that will start to happen on the follow up end of things. So the page is simple. This page literally took me maybe 15 to 20 minutes to set up. The most time consuming thing here was getting the rocket form uh, book cover set up, but I used a combination of Canva and Photoshop. I'm not a designer, but I found a way to get something that looks decent set up. So let's jump into Facebook ads. So I'm using Facebook ads. And the thing about Facebook is like, it's not a platform that has a lot of intent. And when I talk about intent, I mean like, there's not a lot of people going to Facebook and saying, hey, I want to go and like download a handbook or buy something from somebody. So you typically need to give away something for free. And that something for free could be free content. It could be a blog post, or in this case, it could be a lead magnet like this. So I'm right now just testing out a lead magnet and using rocket forms because I want to eat my own dog food here and use my own product to generate the leads. And what's cool here too about this form is like it's different than your typical like enter your contact details to get this guide. Like it has my picture here. It looks personal. It has some social proof. Um, so it just feels better, and the conversion rate is pretty good on this page. You'll see in a moment. So I started running these ads on Thursday. Let's see. So on Tuesday. So it's Thursday now. It's Thursday morning. So these haven't been running for long, and I'm only spending right now like $15 per day. And if you're a business, that is absolutely nothing. And I just don't really want to gamble a lot on this campaign yet. I'm not sure how it's going to go. And I don't have my follow up built out yet, my nurturing sequences and all that. Right now, my number one goal is just to see if I can generate leads and see what it costs to generate a opt-in lead in the top of the funnel, and then see down funnel like what it's going to cost me to actually convert that lead into a paying customer. But for now, I'm seeing some pretty good signs of traction. I'm targeting four different types of people, well, three now, on Facebook, and I've 8 leads so far. So 8 people came to my landing page. Well, so I had 16 people come to my landing page and 8 people converted into leads. So I have a 50% conversion rate. And that's actually not so bad, especially because this campaign is in the testing phase. I've only spent $41 so far, and I'm paying about $5.20 per lead. And then if we look at some of these groups in here, it's actually less. So, like right now, I'm targeting people who like HubSpot and they're from the US, Canada, and the UK. And for that particular group, I'm only spending about $3.57 per lead. And I've generated 3 leads. That's a pretty good return. Well, that's a pretty good cost per lead right there. I've only spent $10 here. So maybe I could start to scale this one up. So what I'm getting at is I haven't even started to improve this campaign. I haven't started to spend more money, but I'm seeing, without doing a lot of the optimization, I'm seeing some pretty good traction here. And a 50% conversion rate on this landing page, which has like no information, no social proof, no nothing. It's simple. 50% conversion rate is not bad. The rocket form is working well. The campaign's doing okay. So then the next thing for me is like, how do I improve the campaign? What comes next? Um, but that's not the point of this video. The point is just to show you that if you're a business, if you have a business and you're lacking leads, you can really start getting them like today. And all you need to do is think, number one, like, what can I give to people that's going to help them that's going to help them solve a problem or something like that. Like if you own, I don't know, let's think here, like a pest control company, then maybe you can give them some tips to ensure that their house doesn't get invaded with rodents in the winter or something, or give them a blog post or something. Well, I guess in this case it would be a lead magnet. So you want to give them some sort of bait that they can give you their contact details for. And then, so that's thing number one. So what are you going to give people in exchange for their contact details? And then you need to make that. It's not that hard. It shouldn't take you more than a day or two to make that thing. It needs to be good, but it shouldn't take you that long to make it. And thing number two is you just need to get a landing page set up. And there's plenty of tools to help you with this. You can use Unbounce, you can use ClickFunnels. One of my favorites, it's all drag and drop. I personally use WordPress, and this is just a simple WordPress page that I have set up. And again, the page, it could be simple like this. Like uh, it's just a button and a headline and a picture of what they're actually getting. Um, in this case, the rocket form is down here just to make sure they don't miss that. And if you click it, it pops open the rocket form. And of course, you also need like your terms and privacy policy if you're running on Facebook ads. So that's thing number two. Get a landing page set up. And I highly suggest using a form like this because it's friendly looking. I'm not trying to really like push you towards rocket forms, but I kind of feel like you should use it because these forms convert super high and they work. So that's thing number two. And then thing number three is, where are you going to find these people? And in most cases, you're going to find that they tend to congregate on Facebook, and you can get leads at a pretty good cost on Facebook. So $3.57 for a lead, like that's a pretty good price. $5.05, that's a pretty good price. $10 for some types of businesses, this isn't a bad price. It's more than I want to pay right now in my testing phase. But the key thing here too is just approach this like it's a test. Go in and set a budget and say, okay, for the next couple of weeks, I'm going to test this idea, and I'm not going to spend more than this amount. And let's see how things go. And go and set this up. If you can't do it, then I'm sure you could find somebody to help you with the actual Facebook side of things. It's really not that hard. But go in and set it up and see what happens here. And I guarantee you that if you have some decent targeting that makes sense, if you start out small with your spend and you have a landing page with a form and it all kind of makes sense and works together, then you'll start to generate some leads within a day or two. So I hope that helps. If you have questions, feel free to shoot me a message. Thanks.